Sprung and empty, just like the others.
Shawnee?
Shawnee are out for scalp, not beaver. More likely some light-fingered settler.
Well, I told you, there ain't a settler within miles of here. Boy, don't you know stealing beaver? Ow! Daniel, could you tell me what that was?
No one within miles, huh?
You weren't there 5 days ago.
Yeah, you're bound to go down there and apologize to those folks for slighting them.
I'm not crossing that clearing alone. That kid any sample. There's no telling what's inside that dream tube.
Well, there's only one way of finding out.
What's the matter in there? You blind?
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippin'est, roaring'est, fightin'est man the frontier ever knew. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come a truer was he. What a doer, what a dream come a truer was he.
Come to no harm if you mean us none. Lay your rifle on that tree stump. Where's your friend?
Oh, boy, I ain't got a friend in the world.
You have two, Mama. There was two of them. One was even bigger and uglier. Rachel.
By doggies, Daniel, they're coming out of the trees.
Get his fowling piece.
Which one you figuring on wrestling yet? Ma'am, with the best intention, we can't let the girl take the gun.
Are you of the belief that I'll not shoot your friend?
Well, we're of the strong hope that's true, ma'am.
Look, Mama, he's leaning on his gun. You hurry up and turn around, you can shoot him.
Might make more sense to find out what we want.
What do you want?
I want to talk to your husband. You'll just tell us what tree we can find him up in.
My husband's dead.
You mean you're here alone?
Quite able to take care of ourselves.
I don't want to alarm you, ma'am, but you sunk your claim right in the heart of Shawnee country. Smoke from that fire can draw them like buzzards to carrion. If you stand there pointing that rifle any longer, their light would be closer than you think.
I've no reason to believe you're speaking true.
You've got 3 good reasons why you can't afford to take the chance.
He called you Daniel. You'd not be Mr. Daniel Boone.
I'm the same, ma'am.
And your friend?
Yes, Mrs. Yadkin.
You'd please us if you'd breakfast with us.
Be our pleasure.
Daniel, this is Shawnee country.
Well, since when did that ever interfere with eating breakfast?
They're not afraid of the Shawnee. They can take a shot at us, clean out our traps. You know how much they're paying for beaver pelts up at Salem?
More stew, Mr. Boone.
Yes, please, Mr. Fluellen. Mighty fine. What kind of stew is this?
Beaver.
No, thanks.
There's no need to stint, Mr. Yadkin. Game seems to be plentiful, and beaver for the taking.
I don't want to seem over-curious, but we don't often come across a lady in the wilderness alone.
Alone?
Well, I mean, without her husband.
My husband was a domestic. He was a gamekeeper. He had a dream to find some land and build his home and raise his family there. He died back in New Salem, but not his dream. That is my inheritance.
Dream. More like a nightmare that Shawnee ever get a smell of this campfire.
I believe we can defend ourselves against an Indian attack. I am armed, and as you see, a fair shot. We'll have the cabin up soon.
This pile of wood wouldn't stand up under a good sneeze. It takes 6 men most a week to put up a cabin. All you got is 3 scrawny, undersized kids.
Mr. Yadkin, I do not hold you responsible for the well-being of my family. Will not hinder your leaving any time.
Ma'am, my friend might be a little overzealous, but in the main, he's right.
We have most of one wall up already. Surely it cannot be that difficult to put up 3 more.
I'm afraid it is. That wouldn't solve all your problems. Suppose you were able to stay out of sight of the Shawnees and you had your cabin. You still have to face the winter. Most settlers barely survive when they have a snug cabin, a sound fireplace, plenty of firewood.
That's right. You ain't even got a cabin. No wood, no food, no powder, no hope of getting any. And that free beaver ain't gonna last forever. Worse yet, you won't last 10 days when the first freeze comes in.
I figure if you were to start back now, you might be able to get through the pass before the snow on the way to New Salem.
We'll not go back.
Well, then I guess you'll just have to take your chances here. Unless you'd like to go back and spend the winter with us in Boonesboro. Not too much, but we could offer you a cabin. It's inside the fort, empty. Plenty of food and firewood. Not many people there, a few trappers, settlers. Nothing very fancy like.
Be there bailiffs?
No, ma'am. No bailiffs. Like I say, you're welcome to stay with us the winter.
We'll consider it, Mr. Boone.
Sure you won't have something to eat?
Thank you, no.
Well, it's marzipan, little girl. It's for you.
The child is mute. She cannot speak.
Oh, sorry.
The child has been taught to take nothing she cannot pay for.
Well, I ain't asking for...
That's enough. Miss Fluellen, the blockhouse is ready. We'll move you into the Flinders cabin in the morning.
These Flinders people, some rental agreement will have to be reached.
Well, that's up to you, ma'am. Of course, you'll have to go all the way to Philadelphia to arrange payment.
Philadelphia?
Well, they went back right after the first Indian attack. And the way they left, we don't expect to see them again.
Where'd you find her, Daniel? Hanging down out of a hollow tree?
Well, it don't much matter where I found her. She's here and she needs help.
Fine. Only how do you go about giving help to a cross between a she-bear and a porcupine?
I don't know. You run long enough, hide long enough to get that way, Cincinnati. Before you believe everybody you see is wearing short horns and a long tail. Guess there's only one thing you can do. Start sprouting wings.
Mr. Greenbrier? Mr. Greenbrier? My chair's busted. Figured you could cut me a new rocker.
It's the Sabbath. See me tomorrow, Cincinnati.
What am I supposed to do? Stand all day?
You there. Hold up. Adkin, you ought to know better. Another 10 feet and you would have lost the whole load.
Well, another 10 feet is all I'm going, Greenbrier. thought you had. You'll be snug in here. I'll get the rest of the stuff.
We'll tend ourselves, Mr. Jackson.
Why, it's no trouble.
We'll tend ourselves.
Nice, Mama.
You're not safe here. That man, the one who looked at the mule, he's different from the others. He could be a bailiff.
Mr. Boone said there'd be no bailiff here.
Perhaps he lied. Or perhaps he does not know he's been away, has he not? That's what I feel. You're not safe here.
If that man be a bailiff, why did he not speak?
I don't know.
Maybe God will grant him calamity, Mama.
We should not flee from shadows, Mama. We should be certain.
If we wait to be sure, it may be too late.
What is it you wish, boy?
What is it you see out there?
I can see the branches on the trees, and the way the sun lights each leaf. And I can see the hand of God as only nature can see it. And I can see silence.
You're very old. You have hair in your ears. You'll die soon.
I have no taste of foolish talk, boy.
Reese Fluellen is my name. I'm of Welsh extraction. Superior to yours.
You've naught in the way of manners, whatever your extraction. And you've respect to learn, boy.
Will you give me that looking glass?
It's a telescope, and I will not give it to you.
Are you bailiff?
I'm not a bailiff, I'm a cooper.
My father had hair in his ears, and he died.
I'm Rebecca Boone. This is my daughter, Jemima.
I know who you are.
Well, may we come in? I don't know how you'll feel about this. I hope you won't take offense. But it's venison. We've more than enough. I thought you might find it easier than starting to prepare supper. I know what a hard day you've had. I'll leave it here on the table. And some bread. If there's anything we can do for you.
Mrs. Boone, I've been a wife for 18 years and a mother for 16. Do you think I can't put out supper for my own family?
Mrs. Fluellen.
I appreciate your good intentions, Mrs. Boone, but we don't need the venison.
Mama?
Well, you might not find the venison to your taste, Mrs. Fluellen, but your children might. I'll pick up the pot later.
Mama, I know something good.
Reese, where have you been?
Well, you know that man? He's not bailiff. He's Cooper.
Are you certain, Reese?
Yes, Mama, I asked him.
Mama, I know how you feel, but it is nice here. And the people, they mean well.
Hear me now and try to understand, all of you. We are not safe, not here, not anywhere. We are not of these people and cannot be. It is cheap charity to feed a widow woman and her children, but it would cost us dear. For in the end, if we really let ourselves need these people, we would find in them no help, nor mercy, nor forgiveness.
that girl. Israel. Well, I do. I'll be glad when she's gone.
You know what Ma says about Charity.
That girl just stares at me.
Maybe that's her way of saying hello.
Then why didn't she say it?
She can't, Israel. She's mute.
What's that?
That means she can't speak.
Why?
Because that's the way she was born. Because that's the way God wants her to be. Maybe because she's something special. You see, people who are different, almost always special, some way or another.
She'd only stop staring. You like to fish? Then hold them. My name's Israel. He's Hannibal. I don't suppose you know how to bait a hook. For women.
You boy! For those who would steal, there could only be one lesson.
Possible.
I saw the boy take it with my own eyes.
I see what they want to see.
Are you saying I'm lying?
I'm saying I'll believe my own son. Go and find Reese.
Yes, Mama.
Miss Fluellen, there's another way of finding out. We could look.
Perhaps you're afraid of the truth.
Look through Reese things. Back your telescope, Mr. Greenbrier. Mr. Boone, what shall I do?
Maybe making too much of this. It's only natural for a boy to want things.
It's natural for a boy to be a thief.
It's a mighty big word for such a little boy.
You would excuse it?
I would.
Hail!
Mama, you saw him. He run away.
We found this just outside the stockade.
Jed, get some men together. If I'm not back by sunup.
Don't worry. We'll come a-looking.
I have no other use for my hands. Will the boy be found?
He'll be found one way or the other.
Telescope. He calls it a looking glass. Once I would have given it to him. Once I would have understood the magic in shiny metal in a piece of glass. Once, but not now. Then I would have married and raised a family. 5 boys and 5 girls, all beautiful, all mine. Somehow the years have gone by. Now I'm an old man who frightens little children.
Well, I guess some of us are meant to be bachelors.
Bachelors? Or a male spinster?
Comes the same thing.
I think it comes to this, Mr. Yadkin. For fear of me, boy may die.
May we come in?
Cold in here. You'll have something.
No, thank you.
Your Daniel went after the boy. I don't know why.
We have a son, too.
He favors his father. I am pleased you've come. Wait, you'll make some tea.
Oh, let me help you make it. You know how to play marbles? Well, it's time you learn.
How many hours till dawn?
2, 3.
He hates the dark so.
He'll be found.
You say that so easily. Like it was a wall, or a roof, or a fire. Here, and now, and true.
I have faith in Dan.
You have my envy, Mrs. Boone, and my pity. You will learn as I have learned. One by one, like the dead leaves from the branch of a dying tree, your faiths will forsake you.
I saw your light and I'm here. And I'll not be leaving until I've done what I've come to do. These things were about my shin. Growing dust they were. And I decided that they best serve this house and this family. For the little one. For the older and yourself to use, you'll be the decider. And this be for the boy. I've no more use for it.
Mr. Greenbrier.
And I'll take no refusal, Mrs. Fluellen. I've said my final word.
Mrs. Boone, there's a nip in the air. Perhaps Mr. Greenbrier would like a cup of tea.
Bingo? Nice night, wouldn't you say? I'm looking for a boy.
You know, the forest is full of Shawnee.
Yeah, I know. Ran across a couple of them punctured with Cherokee arrows. I've come to take the boy back to his people.
His people drove him out into the forest, very nearly to his death.
Then he is here.
Teyawi. Walanita.
We're not going to let you take him back against his will, Daniel.
He's 12 years old. I'd say he was a mite young for that kind of decision.
That Cherokee is a man at the age of 12.
Well, we figured to let him be a boy a couple of years beyond that.
You know, among my people, he wouldn't have had to steal. What he needed and wanted would have been given to him as his right.
You gave us all some scare, son. Your family's sitting back there in that cabin right now not knowing whether you're alive or dead.
I'm going to stay and live with the Indians.
A Welsh Cherokee? And what you did wasn't so bad you're going to have to run away from it all the rest of your life.
Mama thinks so.
Well, she's not proud of it, if that's what you mean. By her rules, a man never takes anything he can't pay for, no matter how bad he wants it.
Well, I didn't mean to steal it. I was looking at it and came in.
I know. And you ran.
They'll kill me.
Well, there are many ways of getting killed. Trying to dodge a shot is one. Greenbrier has a right to be angry with you. But I don't figure he's going to hurt you. Mingo, with your permission, my friend and I will be on our way.
Daniel, with your permission, I'll travel with you and your friend. Call it curiosity. Your way and ours. Let's see which is best.
Times round the cuckoo waltz, 3 times round the cuckoo waltz, 3 times round the cuckoo waltz, lovely Susie Brown. Fare thee well, my charming girl, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, my charming girl, with golden slippers on. Choose your partner as we go round, choose your partner as we go round, choose your partner as we go round, we'll all take Susie Brown. Fare thee well, my charming girl, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, my charming girl, with golden slippers on.
Dan, will you give me a hand with the turkey?
It sure does smell good. Oh, I'm so hungry.
Mr. Greenbrier. Mr. Yadkin. Mr. Mingo.
Thank you.
No, for what you did for the boy. It is I who thank you.
Well, here's to a tasty bird.
Yeah.
Amos,
Well?
what are you doing so far from Salem?
Well, I hate to interrupt, Daniel, but I'm here to serve a pair of warrants.
Warrants?
Reese Fluellen ordered under arrest for debt. Zerelda Fluellen ordered under arrest for aid and abetment to Reese Fluellen and conspiring to escape arrest. I'm sorry, Daniel. My orders are to bring in the whole family.
What will happen to the girls?
Well, their father's dead. The mother and brother are in custody. The law considers the 2 girls orphans.
Couldn't we pay off the debt?
It's near 700 pounds. Passage from Wales to Carolina. One we can expect to raise in 6 months.
The man died. That ought to be payment enough.
When the man dies, his debts pass on to his oldest son.
But the boy's only 12.
Legal age to assume responsibility for his father's death.
The debt killed the man. What can you expect a boy to do about it?
2 things, Jed. He can bind himself over 8 to 10 years, or go to jail.
You speak to us of law, Daniel, and justice. And yet you will stand there and allow a thing like this to happen. What kind of law is it that puts a boy in jail and sets a bailiff on a woman whose only crime is to try to keep the boy from going to prison?
Well, it's the law of the land, Mingo. Good or bad, I'm sworn to uphold it. We all are.
This is not to my liking, you know that.
You better get started, Amos. If you wait till morning, we're likely to forget who you are and what you stand for.
I'll be gone in an hour.
Let me give you a hand with this.
Oh, thank you.
Wait a minute.
I said hold it.
Let him settle it, White.
You men are interfering with an accredited bailiff, serving a legal warrant. That's a criminal offense.
This is Boonesboro, not Salem. We got our own laws here.
How much you get for bringing them in, wife? So much ahead for women, so much for children.
Daniel, we can't do nothing. Let him take that family to jail.
That's just what we got to do, Yad. We got no choice.
Daniel.
Come on inside, Yad. I got something that'll pin even your ears back down.
Thanks, Daniel.
Amos, if you're not out of those gates in 5 minutes, I swear I'm going to run you through myself.
Daniel, this law of yours, it applies to you and to the bailiff. But it doesn't apply to the trace, not to a savage. They'll never reach Salem. I can promise you that.
Boone! They're gone. All four of them.
They're gone.
I'm holding you responsible, Boone. Like it or not, you're responsible.
Had logs together up above and drug them down here. 5 or 6 hours ago. They've headed downstream.
Gone to glory. Down to Kentucky, join Ohio. Wife will never find them now.
Don't rejoice too soon, Yad. The river is up. 10, perhaps 15 miles. There's a series of rapids. No raft could possibly run them.
Mama, wake up. Mama, please. Please, Mama.
Mr. Boone, it's
Wake
Mom.
up.
Please, you gotta do something.
The raft broke. I was pulled under. When I came up, she was pulling Naomi to shore. Then she went back for Rachel. That was when it happened.
The log broke loose. We couldn't get out of the way. It hit her.
Dad, we better get her home. Naomi? Going to snow soon.
Is there no hope?
The Cherokee have a saying. Who loves life best must be ever ready to part with it. She won't last the night.
The children.
They're all right.
I would have wanted you to grow up like these people. Free. Unafraid. With the whole country to grow up in. You cannot speak. speak. There is so much beauty in your heart, you have no need of words. Keep your beauty, little one. Cherish it. Rachel, your spirit is your father's. Stubborn, honest, gentle. Fight for it. Fight for what you are. Do not try to be what you are not. Reese. Wild and unpredictable. Forever to be a boy in a man's world. And this you are as me. Keep faith with both of us. But most important, keep your hope. Keep your belief in people. God is merciful. And men are just.
Children, she needs her rest. I just can't believe those children still have to be taken away. Surely there's something we can do.
Can't do anything, Becky. Maybe Mr. Greenbrier can.
Well, what can I do?
Lose that boy, Mr. Greenbrier. Or take it. When Miss Fluellen dies, it means an institution. They become wards of the crown. Maybe even indentured until they pay off their father's debts. Perhaps that wouldn't have to happen if their name wasn't Fluellen.
3 children, Mr. Boone. It's a heavy responsibility.
Heavier than you know, Mr. Greenbrier.
She's a proud woman, Mr. Boone. And I'm not much to look at. Will she have me? Mrs. Fluellen, I am a man of not much substance. Mrs. Fluellen, I have not much to offer. Because I love your children. Because I would be proud to be their father. Because I admire you, truly. And with them I will not forget you. I ask you to be my wife.
To you, Simon Greenbrier, bachelor, a free citizen, and of age, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife.
I do.
And to you, Zerelda Fluellen, widow, a free citizen and of age, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband.
I do.
By virtue of my authority as magistrate of the colony of Boonesboro, territory of Kentucky, I pronounce you husband and wife.
Be kind to them.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippenest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. What a boom, what a doer, what a dream come true. What a boom,